Hey guys, so I'm gonna talk about really quick about New Jersey news regarding some bomb threats that have been forcing closures at some New Jersey polling places. The good thing is most of it has been found to be unfounded and not credible. Whether you're in Patterson or Newark or Montclair, etc., most of them have been found unfounded, and that there's evidence that overseas emails send these threats from potential extreme right winger. Now, I want to make certain that today I understand can be scary, still go and vote. There are police officers checking these bomb threats, mayors all over the towns, locally in the state itself, assisting with the investigations to ensure safety. Do not allow this to prevent you from voting because if Democrats don't go out and vote, who wins? The Republicans. This is a way to rig the election without Democrats are going without that Republicans to do anything to stop Democrats by using these threats. I'm not saying this was done domestically, that this is Donald Trump or a Republican doing it domestically. This evidence is being done by some extreme, potentially extreme right winger overseas. But this benefits Republicans. Low turnout for voting helps Republicans, not Democrats. So I understand this scary situation, but still go out and vote. You guys still it's still going to 8 p.m., but don't take too long. In the morning is always best. The lines are smaller. See if you can leave work earlier, maybe an hour or two, to avoid some traffic, so you can go out and vote. I know it's difficult, but I can guarantee you, mayors and local police and state police and the state itself are working together to ensure safety. Don't allow this to prevent you from voting. It's not gonna really happen. It's threats already happened in the past, became nothing. So be aware, keep update, and I'm gonna react to the video that talks more about it. But still go ahead and vote for Mike Shane Broadway. Because if Jack Ciattarelli wins, these type of situations are not gonna be even taken seriously by him, considering that he supports Trump presidency, gives him an A ranking, even though Trump has been causing potential war with other countries, tariffs have increased the cost of living, ICE raids have been conducting ways that have been violating the rights of citizens and residents across the US. Anyone who supports Trump supports those actions. And honestly, is a fascist and has been conducting uh, tactics that are very much against the U.S. Constitution, especially once it comes to due process rights and First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. So a guy like Jack Ciattarelli, who supports Trump, would do the same thing at the state level. And he voted many times against minimum wage increases in the state of New Jersey. He voted against sending relief, and his whole idea to make energy cheap in New Jersey will actually do the opposite. He doesn't have a good plan to actually reduce the cost, and we just continue in New Jersey buying electricity outside of the state, which is why it's so high right now. The rates, why there's rate hikes at the moment. So improving the infrastructure, like how Michael Sherrill has a plan for, will actually reduce the cost of energy for everyone in the state of New Jersey. So everyone, regardless of your political affiliation, will benefit from that. But let's check out the video right now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 4th. I'm Simon Chowdhury. And thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Madanis. First, we begin with developing news as first responders all morning have been responding to bomb threats at polling locations across New Jersey, including in Patterson. That's where we find News 12's Tony Caputo, who is joined by the mayor this morning. Tony.
Talking with Mayor Andre Sayek here in Patterson about this situation. Mayor, we heard from Passaic Mayor Hector Laura earlier, who kind of led us on to what was happening in his town. And
It sucks that this is happening because I know this will make a lot of people afraid, which is why I always recommend people vote early. I was hoping it would be at least a million Democrats went out and voted during the early in-person voting period, or or via mail-in ballot. That didn't happen, unfortunately. And we're into the day of, these things can happen, people. So just always vote early. Do things beforehand. Don't do it on the day of because it's not worth it. Unfortunately, these things happen. And a fair election, this will never happen, right? But you have extreme right wingers out there that could potentially be doing this. And not always domestically, also internationally. Keep that in mind.
he had told us that it was happening in other towns, unfounded bomb threats at polling locations around the state. What's the situation in Patterson? Patterson received two, what we believe to be at the time, credible bomb threats. School 2, School 10. And we quickly.
So at that time, they thought it was credible, but if I'm not mistaken, based on some other news I read, they've been found unfounded. A lot of these bomb threats, not something to be prevented from voting. Keep that in mind.
Evacuated both polling sites. In fact, we pivoted and had alternative polling sites open because we don't want any voter suppression to manifest here in the city of Patterson. Want everyone to exercise his or her right. I can tell you there were clean sweeps in both of the schools, and both polling sites are open. That was coordination amongst the state, county, and local partners. I also want to give credit to the Patterson.
That's how you're supposed to do it. A leader will work with the police, state police, the state, etc., to make sure that people don't have to worry about voter suppression because of these fake, unfounded bomb threats. We want to make sure, as I say, we as a state government employee myself, as a public servant myself, we as public servant want to make sure that people that we're able to properly deliver public service to people. Part of that, if you're working in the police, you want to make sure people are safe and not have to worry about doing things like voting because they think their lives are in danger. As a state government employee, I want to make sure their rights are protected. That if you think you've been discriminated by someone who my state government department, you should be able to file the discrimination complaint, and I can investigate and find out if it's credible. So that's what I mean by we as a public servant. I'm saying his point of view, and he's being a good leader by doing what he's doing. And as state government employee, me investigating the things and working with the correct individuals or personnel at my department is important to ensure that we fix that issue because if it's credible, I can substantiate those complaints. I have to do something to fix those behaviors, those actions that are discriminating the public. That's not fair. So as a public servant, that's how I can connect with him that way. I respect his actions.
Police department's patrol operation as well. Thank you. So, as far as polling locations go, all that were expected to be open are open. That is correct, but we have to remain vigilant because this is happening, like you stated, statewide. And apparently, this is yet to be confirmed. It's an email that is being sent from overseas.
Yeah, I've been reading all the articles that said that. That it could be an email like being overseas. That's what I was trying to mention that earlier. These threats are not always domestically, so don't think this is credible. For the most part, it's completely unfounded and it's unlikely to be true. And this is not the first time these things happen. They're doing this to, scare the Democrats from going out and voting in New Jersey. So don't allow this to prevent you guys from voting. Vote early, vote in the morning. Go, leave work early if you can uh, to just put your vote in. Don't allow this to prevent from voting. But I have a feeling that this will probably reduce the potential voter turnout, unfortunately, which would help Jack Ciattarelli. So let's see what will happen.
As far as the Department of Justice monitoring only Passaic County, right, in New Jersey, I wanted to make sure I asked you about this as well. Patterson, a big part of Passaic County, obviously. I said to the viewers themselves earlier, you have your own opinions on this. I know they already do. Give me your opinion and share with folks why you think that's happening. We've had two sitting city council people charged with voter fraud. Donald Trump actually tweeted about it. He misspelled Patterson with two T's. And I had to retweet, so you can talk about my.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate when it has sitting council member people who are local politicians committing fraud. What has been found about voting fraud, which is very small amount. It's not undocumented immigrants committing them. It's actual U.S. citizens who almost always rise as Republicans. So they're right wingers committing fraud, voting fraud, and claiming there's undocumented immigrants who are doing it when it's them. This is what really happens once it comes to the small number of voting fraud. It's mainly the right wingers are doing it, not undocumented immigrants.
City, spell it right. So that raises some suspicion because you already had voter fraud in the city of Patterson, and those individuals are still in office. Also, the issue of sanctuary city. He's suing the city of Patterson. We're not a sanctuary city, but he does believe.
Sanctuary cities are cities that protect undocumented immigrants and immigrants in general, but specifically undocumented immigrants from just working with ICE agents to conduct their operations in the city. Patterson is not one of them, if despite what Donald Trump has been saying.
Potentially, the people who may not be here lawfully might be trying to vote, but that's not the case at all. Hector Laura made that clear as well in saying that is not the case. As far as the threats are concerned, what do you say to folks about these, especially when you tell us it's an email out of Europe? Sure. I want to overseas. I'm not quite sure exactly where, but I want to reassure the voters we're going to do everything we can to keep the polling sites safe and open. So you're going to see a presence, and not just the DOJ. You're going to see Patterson Police coordinated with the county prosecutor's office. Our sheriff is involved as well. Folks are voting here at School 26. Yes, they are, and I'm about to do that myself. I'm going to exercise my right the right way. Mayor, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Patterson Mayor Andre Saya. on the latest on.
So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this whole situation. I'll give you more updates as time goes on when I have more time today and see if this is going to impact voter turnout or not. If you like this video, like to subscribe, watch the state of files on TikTok, and support us on Patreon. All right, guys, have a good day.